Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon. How are you? I am just so excited. I'm going to make some New Mexico green chili chicken enchiladas. Everybody makes enchiladas so different. This is how I learned. This is what's in my cookbook. Welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. Comidas de mi familia. Tu sangre es tu sangre is my authentic New Mexico cookbook. This green chili recipe is in my cookbook. Green chili chicken enchiladas is in my cookbook. I'm going to show you guys how to cook this, how to just everything. You know what? Tag your family and friends. Invite them to my channel. Invite them to my Facebook Live. I'm doing a live. I didn't even warn anybody. I'm just doing a live and stuff. So you know what? If there's a mistake, there's a mistake. It's live. What can I say? Anyways, you know what? Welcome again to Margaret's Kitchen, Comidas de mi Familia. I'm going to start working on my green chili chicken enchiladas. And you see another pot up here. I ended up making some tortillas this morning and stuff. So my auntie is going to come get it because she loves tortillas. And then I told her, well, she goes, what about my bread pudding, my capirotada? And I says, okay, if I have time, I'll make you some of that too. But anyways, welcome to my kitchen. I'm just so excited. We've had a, productive weekend, getting ready for family to come from out of town. We've had a death in the family, so everybody's coming in for that and stuff. So I'm going to start with 1 stick of butter and into my pan. I'm going to start with that. While the butter's melting, the one thing I'm going to say is that when I make my green chili chicken enchiladas, I use the white tortillas. They're just the white tortillas. Anyways, these ones are the white corn tortillas. They're real soft. This is what I use because I do not cook my tortillas before I place it into my green chili chicken enchilada casserole. When I make regular enchiladas, red chili enchiladas, I use the yellow corn, and this is my favorite brand. It's Bueno. No, I'm not advertising for them, but I'm just saying this is what I use and stuff. So there is a difference. So these I cook, these I do not. And I use the white because, it's nice, it's healthy. You're going to be putting all your ingredients on top of it. So, they cook when you stick them in the oven and stuff. So, when you stick them in the oven to melt your cheese and whatnot, you're cooking your sauce as well, but at the same time, I'm going to preheat my oven, and I'm going to get my other pan out, because this is the one I use. I'm going to use this after in a little bit. But anyways, so like I said, that's what I do. So I'm going to start off with an onion. It's a whole onion, and I'm going to just dice it up really fine. Let me take the pellejo off of it. Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining. Let's see if I see Rose and Clara. Hi guys and stuff. I'm looking at my camera today. I don't know, I just find that it's so much easier for me to look at my camera and stuff and to see what's going on instead of going back and forth. But when I'm doing a live, it's different. So this is my whole onion. And so usually, like I say, root to tail. So I always cut the tail off. I leave the root on. It holds your onion together. So like I said, while my butter is melting slowly, because I have it on low, I'm going to chop up the onion, and then my garlic, I'm cheating. I have the diced up garlic that everybody buys at Costco or Sam's Club or whatnot. But anyway, so I am an onion person, so I love onions. Everybody I know loves onions. You don't really taste, I don't know. Us New Mexico people, we love onions. It's very seldom that you find somebody that does not like onions. And if they don't like onions, they end up using onion powders. So it's the same thing. You just don't end up tasting the little pieces of onion and stuff. So anyway, so like I said, I am just thinly chopping my onion, and then I'm going to do my chicken. And of course, again, green chili chicken enchiladas is easy to make. Usually I boil the chicken, and I always do dark meat. Sometimes I'll put the white meat in, but I'm a dark meat person, so that makes a difference for me and stuff. But today, you know, you go to Costco and Sam's Club and they sell the rotisserie chicken already all cut up, deboned. So that's what I'm using. I always try to have some of that in the freezer and stuff, because this way when I decide to make tacos or something, you know, that's what I do. But anyway, so this is what I'm doing. So last week, if those of you that got to see my matanza, it was fun. I had a blast doing this in memory of Dad, and it was just so much fun. I just had a wonderful time doing this, you know, and stuff. So were there bloopers? Oh gosh, yes. My camera fell down because it was so darn windy. What's a matanza when you don't have the wind or the rain or the cold, right? Well, I got it all that day. And so my camera fell, but it's all right. And then when I was downloading the video to my YouTube channel, my son-in-law Ed always helps me with that, and David is always my camera guy. But you know what? When I decide to do things when they're at work, I can't, you know, they can't be here. So it was kind of funny because Ed is downloading everything, and I guess I just didn't mark one of the videos properly. So the beginning of the video, of my video, ended up at the end of the video. Oh gosh, what a blooper. But it's okay. It's you know what? It's fine. It's fun. It's mine. I love my YouTube channel. You know, always subscribe to my channel. Please let all your family and friends know. You know, my cooking is truly New Mexico cooking. I don't use cumin. I don't use certain things in my food that others use. That's just not what I was taught with, you know. I wasn't raised with it, and so everything I cook is how I learned to cook by my grandmothers, my mother, my tias, you know, my dad made, you know, Dad loved to cook, you know. And so anyways, and so there's where I got it all from. So, you know, so the recipes are our family recipes, and it's fun. But anyway, so today I said, I'm going to do this, and you know, it was one of those crazy days. I was not feeling well last night. I don't know what it was, but anyways, it was, you know, I think everybody kind of has those feel sorry for me days, and I think that's what my day was yesterday. It was a feel sorry for me day and stuff, you know, and so it was just one of those days. Stayed home all day, just, you know, did what I had to do, and that's pretty much it. And so anyways, is that a lot of onion or what? It's a lot of onion, I know. Anyways, but I love onion. So anyway, so what I'm going to do now is my cebolla, I'm going to put my onion into my pan. The butter is pretty much melted. So I saute my onion into my pan, and then I'm going to add my green chili and my garlic. And let me tell you, it is so good. I love my green chili chicken enchiladas. Anyways, and let me tell you, my friend, many, many years ago, back in 1986, we had like 84. Jesse had just gotten out of the Navy. We were living here in Los Lunas, and me and my best friend, her and I, my BFF, Juanita. Oh my God, we always loved having Tupperware parties. So Twyla Yandel became our to-go person for Tupperware. She loved Tupperware. She was our consultant. And guess who taught me how to make these green chili chicken enchiladas? Twyla. She taught Juanita and I, and it became our go-to. We love it. Her and I still make them the way Twyla taught us. And I had never heard of green chili. I'm putting my whole bag of chili. So it's this is a cup of green chili, chopped already green chili. So defrosted. I had it in the freezer. So I'm adding a cup of chopped green chili to it. Anyways, and so Twyla taught us. So it was so funny because, you know, she says, here I am. You know, she's This white lady, oh, she is just amazing. I love her so much. She lives in Oklahoma now, and she taught us. She goes, here's this white girl teaching Spanish girls how to make these green chili chicken enchiladas, and we just loved it. So anyways, I'm putting a heaping scoop of garlic into there. I'll probably just add a little bit more garlic. And it's already diced up, cut up garlic. And then I'm going to turn up the heat just a little bit. And just mix it really, really well. So then at that point, I am going to get my salt. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon or so of salt. Actually, like 2 teaspoons of salt. A teaspoon and a half. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing with my salt. And then I'm just going to mix it up and let it saute. And I'm going to, you know what, I'll take the lid off so you guys can see my tortillas. While I'm doing the sauteing of, I'm going to move you guys. I love my little camera thing. Look. So there is my onions, green chili, garlic and butter and salt. And look at, check out my tortillas. They came out so good. So anyways, you guys want some tortillas, come and get some. And stuff. So anyways, so that's what I'm doing there. Let me move this just a hair, okay? So then now, what I'm going to do is my chicken. Oh, let me tell you. So, well, I'm opening this. So what I do next is I'm gonna kind of chop some of this up because some of them is pretty chunky. And it's already cooked because it's the rotisserie chicken from Costco. So it's pretty cooked. So anyways, so look. It's pretty, so just gonna shred it a little bit. But in the meantime, I use cream of chicken. That's what Twyla taught us. That's how she taught us. And I use that. If for some reason I don't have cream of chicken and I boiled all the chicken, then I make my own cream of chicken with the stock. But it's easier this way. So I always try to have cream of chicken. Yeah, I always have it, you know, very seldom that I don't. So anyways, good morning. Hi, Anita. I see that you're online. So remember, you guys, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. I use 6 cans, and I use the Campbell's, or I use the, what is this? I think it's like Walmart brand or something, you know, but most of the time it's Campbell's that I use. No, I'm not advertising for them. I'm just showing you guys what I use, you know, but I'll tag them to let them know I did say it. And there's a difference. Look, check out the difference between the two soups. So the Campbell's is always more creamy, and this other brand is more dense, I think, you know. So that's why I prefer to use the Campbell's and stuff. But I had those two, and I don't know where they came from. Who knows? Anyways, and so, so this is what I use. I'm opening up 6 cans of the small cans because it makes a lot, you know. It really does make a lot. So if somebody wants dinner, come pick up a casserole, because this is always plenty to share. I'll make you guys one and stuff, so come on over. And then I add a can of milk, you know, so I always, Carnation or Pet is my favorite brand, and stuff, so this is what I do. Yesterday I was seeing that there was somebody on Facebook, you know, on the videos and stuff, and they're making green chili chicken enchiladas. And, you know, us New Mexicans, we're different, you know, because we truly, you know, we take pride in our green chili. You know, we don't use cans. You know, if we have to use a canned chili, it's because we're out of state somewhere and they have no green chili. And so anyways, So I was seeing this one yesterday, and I just got a brief clip at it, you know, and it was right before I was going to bed, and the lady was making green chili chicken enchiladas, and she says, so, you know, you get your flour tortillas, you roll chicken in it, then you make yourself a green chili sauce with canned chilies, you know, these canned chilies, make yourself a sauce. I was just looking at it like, ooh, I don't know about that, you know. And so anyways, and so it was like, oh, lordy, that don't look that good. So no, we use corn tortillas, you know, and like I said, I use the white corn and stuff. That's my go-to, because I don't cook them, so everything cooks in there. So anyways, so that's what I was just kind of like. So I went to bed thinking about the green chili chicken enchiladas. Hi Rita, how are you? Hi Carol. Anyways, I like being able to see who's popping on and stuff. But anyway, so I went to bed last night thinking about green chili chicken enchiladas. So I was like, I went to bed and I got up and I said, you know what? I'm gonna get all the ingredients. I think that I'm gonna do a video on good green chili chicken enchiladas. And so it's good because it's New Mexico green chili, correct? But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I ended up doing. So I love to, you know, it's nice, and I'm just shredding it. And again, I got this rotisserie. I always try to have this like I said, in the freezer. So this is the one from Costco, Costco, and stuff. So I like using it. It's a perfect go-to. And if I'm not boiling chicken, this is my go-to. And so this is simple. Who says you can't make dinner simple and stuff? But you know what? Thank you guys for jumping on. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much and stuff. You know, just thank you. Trying to do this quick. And no, I keep forgetting to put my apron on. But wait till towards the fall, you guys are going to have a really, really big surprise. You know, I'm so excited. My friend Marianne Shirley Romero Soto from Moss Embroidery, her and I are collaborating and working on a few things and that I want to do. So I guess I might start wearing an apron, right? But anyways, and I'll have some. So it's going to be fun, you know. Her and I are just working on different things to get me to wear an apron more often and stuff. But who has time for an apron? It's just more laundry, ¿verdad? And stuff. So anyways, so probably around October, I should probably have big surprises for you guys. Anyways, and stuff. So just, you know, this is really, really exciting for me. So see, just rough. And you know, and I had to show you guys the two different types of corn tortillas. You know, here in New Mexico, you know, native New Mexicans, we use a lot of Bueno, New Mexico tortilla, Albuquerque tortilla. There's different ones that have our, I think there's one, Sabroso Foods, I think. Anyways, that we just most people use Bueno and stuff. That's our corn tortillas. That's our go-to. My sister in Tennessee, who's actually here visiting now, not here at my house, but at my mom's. And she craves her Bueno tortillas. You know, she loves her Bueno corn tortillas. And I try to send her some as often as possible, you know. And so, or I take her some or whatnot. And because there is nothing like good Bueno corn tortillas and stuff. So see, look at all the meat. It's just a lot of chicken, guys. So you end up making a lot and stuff. So let me see. What I should have done, that's all good. Stay quiet for a second. I was thinking. Anyways, I should have cut up some bread so I could have made the, like croutons, so I could make my auntie some of the bread pudding. I might make her some. And because I had remember the other day I made homemade French bread and I have a loaf left. And so I thought I'd use that. Because I consider it day old already because it's already been a couple of days. And you use that, you know, using old bread is the best thing to use for bread pudding and stuff. So that's what I'm doing. Oh my, that Holy Grail smells delicious. I love onions and green chili and garlic and stuff. And so I have time to finish this and finish this. Wash my hands and then I'll go mix that. And then you see, it's fast. You know, you can make green chili chicken enchiladas quick. I always say that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one good chop. You know, just one good rough chop. And I'm always picking on the chicken. So, you know what? I didn't pick on chicken today. Oh my God. Usually I love to pick on it. Okay, let me throw this away. Look at this. It's like so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go down because I want it to be able to not to be too stringy. Just a good little, just a small chop. Just to take away the longer pieces and stuff. You know, I cook. I love to cook. And cooking to me, you know what? Cooking has saved me. You know, no, not the weight, but anyways, but I enjoy cooking. It takes my mind off of so many things. And it takes me back to yesterday. It takes me back to another time. And I love those things. I love thinking like that. See, I love just, you know, reflecting back on what life, you know, how life was when we were growing up, just learning all these things. A little bit of chili on that, I'm going to put it there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, see, I'm going to get all the chicken and I'm going to place it in my pot. Oh, nice. I'm going to turn the heat down. And then I mix all this in there. Just saute it a little bit. It's a lot of chicken. So really, this is one whole chicken, rotisserie chicken. It was just deboned. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid on this. So I'm going to mix in just everything that's sauteing. I'm going to mixing it into the chicken. I don't like banging my spoons on the pans. Okay, so now, let me show it to you guys. This is what it looks like. Can you guys see it? Hi Juliet, hi Ita, hi Booba. Anyways, so that's what I'm doing. So now, I've mixed it all in. And now I'm going to add all the cans of cream of chicken. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? Make it easier so you guys can watch me better. I don't need it on the stove right now, so I'm going to just move this over here so you guys can see clearly, you know, so I don't have to be moving the camera. So I'm going to add all the cream of chicken into there. And just put I have 6 cans. I love the way that sounds. Yeah, so I called my auntie earlier and I said, Auntie Patsy, I said, what are you doing? I said, come get some tortillas. I made some. And so she goes, okay, I'll be there in a little while. So she loves all that stuff. And I don't know if my auntie ever made it. I don't know if she really ever made that stuff. You know, mostly, you know, like I say, my mom, she raised us with sweet rice. I mean, we had sweet rice. Mom never made tortillas. It was my grandma, my dad's mom, that made the tortillas. And so that's how I learned to make them, was my dad's mom. So she gave me the, you know, her recipe, and that's how I learned, you know, to make them. Okay, look, check it out. So while this is sauteing for a few minutes, I'm going to cut up my bread real quick. Here's the last can. And I'm going to toast my bread real quick in the oven because I'm using old French bread. So, okay, so this is in. Let me throw all these cans away. Okay, and then I'm going to add my milk. You have to be able to dilute. And it's one whole can. You have to dilute your... So I'm going to kind of mix this to break it down. Ah, you guys never would have known that I had milk in here, huh? But you know, it's a soup, you know, so you have to break down your cream. Now, when I'm boiling the chicken, I do add heavy cream to make my cream of chicken to my, you know, to the liquid. So I'm mixing this really, really well. So watch. And I love that my chili has a little bit of red in it. It just brings it out so nicely. Now I'm going to bring it over here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put it back on the stove and I'm going to let it heat up. I'm going to move this. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to rinse my board. Remember, the chicken's cooked, so it's all good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough chop my bread. I'm going to move these out of the way because I don't need them anymore. So here's my bread from the other day. So while I'm waiting for that to heat up, I have it on low, so I don't want it to. I just need it to heat up a little bit, okay? Makes it a little bit easier. So look at this old French bread. I love it. So what I'm going to do, and there's a lot of, I put a lot of butter, so, you know, so I'm not going to add any more to the toast itself. But I'm going to put these in the oven. That way while I'm layering my chicken enchiladas, these are ready. So I'm just making cubes. Just cubes. See? So that way, I want to use up my bread. And since my auntie wants some sopa, capirotada, bread pudding, I'm going to do this right away. Because I have to, you know, it gives me something else to do, especially when you're trying to prepare. So here's my cookie sheet. And I'm going to start putting my bread on here. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to put my broil on so I can toast the bread. There's nothing like good homemade bread. You know, it just smells so different. I just love it. I love it. My waistline loves it. Hijola. You know, but anyway, so see what I'm doing? Just cubes. So when you're doing cubes like this, rather than layers, it makes a little bit of a difference, a big difference, because your cheese will be layered different. You know, you're making it's totally different. So, but it's not impossible. So in the meantime, then I'll get my casserole dish out. Hi guys, for those of you just joining, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. You know, I love cooking. I like cooking, and then when I don't want to cook, I don't cook, you know, and stuff. Don't forget, you guys, you know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and invite all your friends and family to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just want to make New Mexico pop when it comes to true, authentic New Mexico dishes. You know, not dishes that are reinvented and stuff, but true New Mexico dishes, you know, that are tias and tios and mothers, all of them that we were raised with. You know, my family's been here since the 1700s, so we've been here a long time and stuff. So we do have, look at this, and it's just, you know what, it's a lot for this pan, but I'm okay with it because I'm only going to toast it. I just want to dry it out. So I'm going to stick this in the oven. I forgot I had this in there. I'm going to put this in here. We'll put it this way. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, remove my board again. Let me get my, this is all just crumbs. So just the crumbs are here. So don't worry. So I'm going to get my casserole dish out. I'm going to have a few that I love. So this is my deeper one. So I'm going to do the deep one. And then I'll probably end up doing a small one. So here's a small one. Who's coming for it? Okay. So now I'm going to move this. So I spray a little bit of just cooking spray, just to make sure it doesn't stick. Just a little bit. Mix this up. Okay, this. And like I said, with this, I just warm it a little bit. And I already have my cheese already all shredded because I buy big old bags and I separate it and I put them in the freezer. So now, like I said, I'm gonna layer. And it's just the white, just these ones, very flimsy. So I just layer them in here. So there's 6 on the bottom. And then I get my mix. Then I get my cheese. And I love cheese, so there's always going to be a good amount of cheese. Oh, who doesn't like cheese, right? No, my friend Helen doesn't. She doesn't eat cheese at all and stuff. So she eats her enchiladas without cheese. Then I get the corn tortillas again. Doesn't it look good? Yum. More cheese. Más queso. And this will be probably about 4 layers. Yeah, it'll be 1 more layer. The good part is while I'm making this, and my toast is toasting, and so my croutons, homemade croutons. Doesn't it look great? Twyla, I hope you're watching. Here's your recipe that you taught us and taught Juanita and I. Looks good, huh? There. And this will be the last layer. So that's 2 dozen corn tortillas that I used for this one. Let's check my croutons are done. Nice. So like I said, this is 2 dozen corn tortillas. There's 4 layers. So the last layer is supposed to be your pretty layer. So you make sure all your corners and everything are covered. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that nice? Look at, check it out. Now these are green chili chicken enchiladas, guys. Now I never heard of them rolled in tortillas. But anyways, everybody has their own way of cooking. I wonder what Rachel Ray would be doing. You know, after her crazy pozole. Jeez Louise, that was nuts. And then I heard that Mario Lopez was here filming this last week. And he ended up loving New Mexico food. So I would have loved to have made him a meal. Okay. So that's it with this. Look. Isn't this pretty? Now I'm going to place it in the oven. I have a piece of bread that fell. Oops. I'll put this in the oven. Turn my oven back on. And it only cooks for about 30 minutes, I guess. Something to that effect. And, you know, just enough to be able to get it, to melt everything. That's all that it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this aside. Just back here. Spilled some. Wash my hands. And what I'm going to do I'm going to use my measuring cup. And I'm going to put, well, maybe I'll use my other measuring cup. Because I need to make the liquid. Let me use this one. This is my measuring cup cupboard. Lots of different measuring cups. So what I'm going to do, and this will be for the pudding, for the papillotada, for the bread pudding, for the sopa, whatever anybody wants to call it. So while my chicken enchiladas are cooking, I'm going to show you how to do this. Let me get the good bread pudding. So I use brown sugar. So that's what I use. I use a whole thing of brown sugar, which is, it's 2 pounds. Takes a lot of brown sugar, you know. It takes a lot of sugar to make, you know, for the sweetness for your sopa or your bread pudding or your tapioca. Like I always say, everybody calls it something different. So I'm going to add the 6 cups of water. I'm going to mix it just a little bit. Let me get my whisk. Just to melt it down. And I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to put a little bit of vanilla. And it's just a splash. See, just a splash. And then I'm going to put my cinnamon. And it's like a teaspoon of cinnamon. And it's kind of strange. Cinnamon doesn't really melt. You know, not the way we think it should. Anyways, it doesn't. You know, when you're mixing it. So I'm going to remove my rack from my microwave because so I can put this in. So I'm going to put this in the micro for about 5 minutes, just to melt. And in the meantime, I'm going to get a smaller casserole dish. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to get my butter, because remember I didn't put butter on my croutons. It already had the butter. So my butter's already pretty much melted. And I'm just going to kind of coat my pan with some butter. And I've had the butter out because I wanted it to be soft. So this is for my bread pudding, capirotada, sopa. Like I said, whatever anybody wants to call it. But I learned to call it bread pudding and capirotada. Others call it sopa. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is get some of my croutons that I've made. And I'm going to place them in here. Ooh, they sound pretty. And this is just another way of making it. You could get Native American bread, and they do this with the Native American bread as well. Okay. So look. So now, what I'm going to do is I have my cheese, some raisins, and I already cut up, diced up walnuts. And today, you know, when we had a barbecue, somebody brought, I don't know if it was one of my daughters that brought this cheese. Usually I use the Borden cheese. I never like to peel the wrapper. So anyway, so let me get this and cutting it. And I'm just going to kind of throw croutons on top. It takes a lot of cheese. And I'll probably put more croutons on top. Again, hi everyone, welcome to Margaret's Kitchen. This is, you know, this is a, what do they call it, just last minute, it's something I thought about. Went to bed thinking about green chili chicken enchiladas and saw this lady that kind of scared me and how she was making them. Isn't that terrible? But anyway, so I just needed to make them the way I've always made them. Hey, and if you haven't purchased my cookbook, Comidas de mi Familia, do so. Get on my website, www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. Thank you to those that have already ordered my cookbook. I sent out several today and stuff. I just really, really appreciate it. Look at how good this looks, guys. Just kind of putting it in, placing it all in. Okay. So then, do our raisins. I love these little bags. They're perfect. This is, 3 ounces? My auntie's going to be all happy. And then my walnuts. And then I'm going to put my liquid, place my liquid. Oh, this is hot, hot, hot. Look at how hot it is. Want to make sure you get that. Doesn't look good. Look at this. I just want to mix it really well. Okay, so now I'm going to do one more slice of cheese. Okay, so now, like I said, the liquid's pretty hot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm spooning the liquid. And it takes a lot of liquid. You know, I was, when I first, started ordering my cookbook and stuff, and, after I ordered it a few times, I was like, oh my, I had to make some corrections. So for those that got my cookbook at the beginning, thank you for being patient, because, sometimes you do forget to put a period or a question mark, or, I know I did. But anyways, and so my cookbooks are completely, you know what, it was, what can I say, look at this. This looks so good. Look at how neat this, how good this looks, guys. Let me bring it closer. So I'm going to put some more on top, cheese on top. I tell you, us New Mexico people, we are crazy about how we cook our food and what we do to it. So look at how good that looks. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my shredded cheese on top. I always add shredded cheese, because I love that, like that crust that it gives. Okay. Move these over. Just want to move some stuff over because I want to be able to show you every little thing. So look, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in the oven while my green chili chicken enchiladas are in there. I'm going to place this on the bottom and let that cook. And then in the meantime, you rinse this board real quick because I spilled some sugar on it. Okay, then get ready for those chicken enchiladas, you guys. Getting my pan. I rinse this pan real quick. Because what goes with enchiladas? You have to fry yourself a good egg. When people ask, when we go to restaurants and whatnot, and they and you tell them, oh, can I have an egg on top, please? And they're looking at you and they're like, especially if you go to other, to other states and stuff that do have, these Mexican restaurants, and you ask for enchiladas, and then you tell them, oh, with an egg over medium on top, and they look at you like, really? You must be from New Mexico. Yep, it's a New Mexico thing. It is truly a New Mexico thing. So I'm going to put this here for now. And then I'm going to move my croutons. I'm going to place this here. I'm going to put this on just low. Put a little bit of oil. I'm going to get me a plate. Because now I'm getting ready for our plate. So then, what's next? I had to get our lettuce and tomatoes. It's my lettuce and tomatoes. So I want to be able to give you guys the full effect. I rinse my knife. Hi, Liz. Okay. So now, my enchiladas are just about done. So I'm going to get my lechuga, my lettuce. Take the core out. The root. Rinse this. I'm going to cut my lettuce. Yeah, so, you know, and then there's nothing like garnish and all that stuff. And okay, just a little bit of rough chop. Put this on display. It's just shredding your lettuce. Now get our tomatoes. 2 tomatoes. I cut the tomatoes a little thick. And I like to buy the organic tomatoes. They last longer in your refrigerator up until we start having our own grow. You know, it's gardening season already, and so, you know, by June, July, we'll start having our own tomatoes. So that's exciting, and stuff. So, anyways, I get the enchiladas out. Okay, if you guys want lunch, come and get it. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the enchiladas from the oven. Oh, look at these. Yum! Don't those look delicious? I'm going to let those rest. And while those are resting, I'm going to fry up some eggs. Because you got to let them rest. Turn up my heat. Get my other plate. Get a fork. Gee, look at this, guys. Don't those look delicious? Yeah. And boy, am I going to have to really exercise, huh? Or do the dance. So anyways, I'll put my eggs in. Okay, what do you guys think? Tell me. So, last night I was telling you guys, I wasn't feeling good last night. And I don't know, I just went to bed. I don't know if I can say that it was like with a heavy heart or what it was. I'm just not sure what happened. And so I got up probably around midnight. I just kept tossing and turning and tossing and turning. I don't know what was going on. So I said, you know what? So I came into the kitchen and got me about this much water, and I filled it up with about this much lemon juice. My stomach felt better, and I slept, so which was nice, because I don't know what was going on with me last night. It was just crazy. Where's my, it was just crazy and stuff. And so I don't know, my stomach was just nuts. I don't know what was going on. So anyways, so now flip my eggs. Okay, so I just let it rest a couple minutes. I should let it rest a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna cut like this. And remember, your casserole is cooked. You're just letting all the cheese melt. Ooh, look at that. I put my eggs on top. Look at this. And then of course, you get your lettuce and your tomato. Look at this. Tell me this doesn't look good, guys. Mijita, come and eat. And so, anyways, you get a little bit of salt from my eggs. Sorry about that. A little bit of salt. Sorry about that. But we all know that we cannot have enchiladas, New Mexico style, without having crackers. And so we all have to have crackers and stuff. So like I said, this is our way, my way. This is how we ate it and stuff. So anyways, so let's see. Crackers. A little bit of the, ooh, look at that. Wow. Wow, buen provecho. That was delicious. Just the right amount of heat. Look at this. This is really good. Again, thank you for joining me in Margaret's Kitchen. You know, don't forget, get on my YouTube page, www.youtube.com/c/Margaret's Kitchen NM. Again, thank you for joining me in Margaret's Kitchen. I totally appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. I love you. You know what? And, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you haven't purchased my cookbook, please do so at www.nmcookbookmariabaca.com. And you know what? Thank you. Thank you all again for purchasing my cookbook. Those of you that have, you'll know that it's my dad in the front cover and stuff who I dedicated it to. But again, God bless you all. I love you. Bye.